One of the things that people often ask about when we speak about California is the housing, because California, you can earn very well and the rates are really high in California, but it's expensive to live
Yeah.
here. Now, what people don't always realize is that there are different cost of livings even within California itself. So the cost of living, for example, is in San Francisco is very different to Hanford, is very different to San Diego, is very different to Porterville. It's going to be a very wide range. Can you talk a little bit about the cost of living, the housing, the taxes, what you've experienced so far?
Well, in here, what I noticed is that they have two types of taxes. So the state tax is different from the federal tax. So you will have two deductions for taxes, and they're big, but it's still more than enough for the housing, for food, for your transportation. I am renting a room studio type in Hanford because I go back home and it's my off back in Porterville. So it's about like $500 a month for what I'm paying for rent. But if you want to get an apartment, if you have family, it's about 1,500 a month in Hanford. But because Hanford is like a bigger city, in Porterville, I've seen houses here, like my sister's friends, they are renting a 3-bedroom house for 1,500. And there is also a small town beside Hanford, which is Lemoore. I have coworkers who are renting an apartment, like 2-bedroom apartment, for about $700 a month. And that's like a lot cheaper in comparison to Hanford. It's just 15 minutes away from Hanford.
Okay, so that's also interesting, Cornelia, that you bring it up. Is that they're going to be differences in the different locations within California, but also it's often the case that if you, for example, want to work in Hanford and you want to live 15 minutes away, you might be able to find something a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variation, and I'm so grateful to you for sharing that with so many
Thank you.
people, because that can, I'm sure, put a lot of people's mind at ease when they think, oh my gosh, California, great rates, but it's expensive, and how am I going to manage? So, you are sharing with everybody that it's very manageable.
Well, actually, Miss Tanya, surprisingly, I have coworkers who live like 45 minutes to an hour away from Hanford. So they can manage. So
That's
15 minutes is, it's
it's
not a biggie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.